The rainy morning. The morning sky was grey and heavy, as if the clouds had been arguing all night and finally decided to weep. Raindrops drummed softly against the narrow cobblestone streets of a quiet European city, where the old buildings stood close together, their roofs glistening like silver under the wet sky. The scent of rain mixed with the aroma of fresh bread from a nearby bakery, giving the whole town a calm, sleepy feeling. Inside a small apartment on the third floor, a young man named Ethan was rushing. He was late again. His alarm had rung, but he had turned it off, thinking he had a few more minutes. Now, his few minutes had become 20. He grabbed his bag, slipped on his damp shoes, and ran out the door, forgetting even to take his umbrella. Not again, he muttered, hurrying down the narrow staircase. By the time he reached the street, the rain had grown heavier. He ran, trying to cover his head with his bag. The bus stop was only 3 blocks away, but it felt much longer that morning. The streets were quiet except for the occasional car passing by, sending water splashing onto the sidewalks. When he finally turned the corner, he saw the bus, a bright blue one with the number 14, already pulling away. "Wait, please," he shouted, running faster. But the driver couldn't hear him through the noise of the rain and the sound of the engine. The bus kept going, its red taillights fading into the mist. Ethan stopped, breathing heavily, watching as the bus disappeared. His shoulders sank. That was the bus he needed to take to get to his new job interview, the one he had been preparing for all week. Missing it meant he might not make it in time. He sat down on the cold metal bench, raindrops dripping from his hair. For a few seconds, he just stared at the puddles forming on the road. Then, he sighed and tried to think. The next bus would come in 30 minutes. He could take a taxi, but he didn't have enough cash. He checked his phone, battery at 9%. It was not a good start to the day. As he sat there, frustrated and wet, a voice spoke from beside him. "Rough morning." Ethan looked up. A young woman was sitting under the shelter, holding a red umbrella. She had kind blue eyes and short blonde hair tucked behind her ears. Her coat was neat, and in her hands, she held a steaming paper cup of coffee. She looked calm, almost too calm for a rainy morning. "Yeah," Ethan said with a small laugh. "Missed the bus. Seems like we're both stuck then," she replied, glancing at the wet street. "Mine left 5 minutes ago." Ethan smiled, feeling a little less miserable. "At least I'm not the only one." The woman extended her hand. "I'm Lena." "Ethan," he replied, shaking her hand. They sat there for a moment, listening to the sound of the rain. The bus shelter was small, just enough for 2 people. The air smelled of wet pavement and coffee. "Where were you heading?" Lena asked. "Job interview," Ethan said. "It's my first one here. I moved to this city 2 weeks ago." "Oh, really? Welcome, then," she said with a warm smile. "How do you like it so far?" "It's beautiful," Ethan said, glancing at the distant church tower and the colorful buildings. "But it's also quiet. I don't know anyone yet." Lena nodded. "I felt the same when I moved here 3 years ago. It takes a bit of time to feel like you belong." They talked for a while about the city, the rain, and the little bakery on the corner that sold the best croissants in town. The conversation felt easy, like they'd known each other longer than 10 minutes. When the next bus finally arrived, Ethan looked at his watch and sighed. "I think I'm going to be late." "Maybe not," Lena said, checking her phone. "Traffic's bad anyway. Your interviewer might be late too." He chuckled. "I'll hope for that." They both got on the bus and found seats beside each other. The city passed by slowly through the fogged windows, wet parks, quiet streets, and cafes with people sipping hot chocolate behind the glass. "So, what do you do?" Ethan asked. "I work at the art gallery on St. Clair Street," Lena said. "I organize exhibitions and sometimes guide visitors. It's not the best paying job, but I love it." "That sounds nice," Ethan said. "I studied architecture, but finding a job has been tough." "Architecture," she said, impressed. "Then you must appreciate this city's design. The old bridges, the symmetry of the buildings." He smiled. "That's exactly why I came here." When the bus reached Ethan's stop, he stood up, feeling nervous but grateful. "Thanks for the company, Lena." Good luck, she said, smiling. And hey, if you ever need someone to show you around the city, I know a few hidden spots. He hesitated for a moment, then nodded. I'd like that. The interview went better than Ethan had expected. The manager was friendly, and despite his wet hair and late arrival, Ethan's portfolio impressed them. When he walked out of the office an hour later, the rain had stopped, and the sun was peeking through the clouds. He felt lighter, hopeful. That evening, as he sat by his window eating a simple dinner, his phone buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. Hey, it's Lena. Did you make it to your interview on time? Ethan smiled. Barely, but yes. And I think it went well. Good, she replied. I told you the rain would turn out lucky. From that day, they started texting often. Sometimes about the weather, sometimes about life, sometimes about nothing at all. It felt easy and real, something Ethan hadn't felt since moving. A week later, they met again. Lena invited him to a weekend art fair near the river. The city was glowing that evening, the sunset painting the sky pink and gold, musicians playing soft jazz on the bridge, and the smell of roasted chestnuts in the air. You see that building, she said, pointing at an old clock tower by the square. It's my favorite place in the whole city. I used to sit there when I felt lost. Why lost? Ethan asked gently. She smiled faintly. I came here after university, didn't know anyone, didn't know what to do with my life. I worked at a cafe for a year before I got my current job. That tower reminded me to be patient. Time moves slowly, but it moves. Ethan looked at her thoughtfully. I needed to hear that. They spent the whole evening walking through the fair, laughing, and talking about dreams. It felt like the city itself was breathing with them, alive and kind. Months passed. Ethan got the job. He started working at a small architecture firm near the river. Every morning, he passed by the same bus stop, the one where he'd met Lena on that rainy day. Sometimes, he still sat there, even when the weather was clear, just to remember how one small delay had changed everything. He and Lena became close friends. They often met after work, sometimes for coffee, sometimes for a quiet walk by the canal. She showed him the hidden parts of the city, a small bookshop run by an old man who spoke 6 languages, a quiet park filled with lilac trees, a rooftop cafe where you could see the whole skyline. They talked about their hopes, their families, and what they wanted from life. Ethan began to notice how Lena always looked after others before herself. She volunteered at a children's art center every weekend, teaching kids to paint and imagine. Her kindness inspired him. One evening, they sat by the riverbank, watching the water shimmer under the moonlight. The city was quiet except for the sound of water and the distant church bells. Do you ever think about how random life is? Ethan asked. Like how missing a bus can change everything? Lena smiled softly. Maybe it's not random. Maybe things happen exactly when they're supposed to. He looked at her and nodded. He couldn't argue with that. The next year brought more changes. Ethan's career began to grow. He helped design a community park project, and Lena's gallery hosted a major exhibition. They celebrated each other's successes with laughter, pizza, and late-night walks through the rainy streets they had once met in. Their friendship deepened, though neither of them said what they both quietly felt. It was something unspoken, but always there, like the soft rain that falls without thunder, quietly shaping the world. One morning, as autumn arrived, Ethan found himself back at the same bus stop. It was raining again, just like that first day. He stood there under his umbrella, watching the raindrops slide down the glass shelter. Then he saw her, Lena, running toward the bus, laughing as she tried to stay dry. He waved. She stopped and smiled, shaking the rain from her hair. Déjà vu, she said, laughing. Exactly, he replied. Only this time, I'm not missing the bus. They both laughed, and something about that moment felt perfect. The rain, the bus, the same street, but now they were no longer strangers. Years later, when Ethan thought about that morning, he realized it wasn't just luck that made them meet. It was timing, 2 lives crossing at the exact right moment. They eventually fell in love, not with fireworks or drama, but with small moments, morning coffees, quiet talks, shared umbrellas, and rainy mornings. One day, While walking near the clock tower she had once shown him, Ethan stopped and looked at her. "You remember when you said time moves slowly but it moves?" he asked. She nodded. "Yes." He smiled. "I think time was just waiting for us." Lena laughed softly. Maybe it was. The rain began to fall again, light and gentle. They didn't run this time. They just stood there together, watching the city blur behind the mist, knowing that a mist bus had led them exactly where they were meant to be. Years passed, but every rainy morning reminded them of that first meeting. They never forgot the lesson hidden in the drizzle, that sometimes, the smallest delays can lead to the biggest blessings. The rain, the bus, the bench, all of it had been part of a story neither of them could have written alone. And so, whenever someone complained about being late or missing their ride, Ethan would smile and say, "Maybe it's not bad luck. Maybe life is just trying to introduce you to someone important." Because that's what happened to him on a quiet, rainy morning in a small European city, when a missed bus became the beginning of a lifelong friendship, and something even greater.